Hello, my name's Katrina Stevenson and I'm the CEO of the Local Government Association of Tasmania. It is my pleasure today to be able to take you through the roles and functions of councils and councillors. I hope this information assists you in determining whether you wish to stand for council. The roles and functions of councils and councillors are laid out in a number of pieces of legislation. However, as a new councillor, there are 4 pieces of legislation that you should be familiar with right away. These are the Local Government Act 1993, the Local Government General and Local Government Meeting Procedures Regulations, and the Land Use Planning and Approvals Act 1993. The Local Government Act 1993 will be the piece of legislation that you are likely to look at most. This Act establishes councils and provides for the functions and powers of mayors, deputy mayors, councillors and general managers. It is also where you need to look to determine whether you are eligible to stand for council. The Act provides for and governs a range of powers and obligations of. It is in Section 20 of the Local Government Act that the functions and powers of councils are described. As outlined in legislation, the function of a council is to provide for the health, safety and welfare of the community, to represent and promote the interests of the community, to provide for the peace, order and good government of the municipal area. Section 20 also says that in the past, we talked about the 3 R's of councils: roads, rates and rubbish. But contemporary councils provide a far more diverse range of infrastructure and services. Yes, those things are still important, roads, rates and rubbish. But in addition, councils are managing traffic and parking, they're delivering planning and building services, they have concern for your environment. Section 27 of the Local Government Act outlines the functions of mayors and deputy mayors. The functions of the mayor are as follows. Firstly, they must act as leader of the community in the municipal area. They carry out the civic and ceremonial functions of the mayoral office, and they must promote good governance by and within the council. They act as chairperson of the council and chair. It is in Section 28 of the Local Government Act that we find out more about the functions of councillors, both as individuals and collectively as part of the team. As an individual councillor, you must represent the community, act in the best interests of the community, facilitate communication by the council with the community, participate in the activities of the council. It is not always well understood outside the local government sector that councillors have both individual and collective roles. It is only through the collective decision-making of council that a number of functions under Section 28 can be delivered. These include developing and monitoring strategic plans and budgets, developing and monitoring and determining the application of policies, plans and programs, in laying out the functions of mayors, deputy mayors, councillors and the General Manager, the Local Government Act makes a clear distinction between operational and strategic activity. Councillors have a strategic and oversight role. However, it is the General Manager of the council who is responsible for the day-to-day operations of a council. Councillors collectively. While there's a lot of activity and information flowing every day at councils, it is through formal council meetings that decisions are made. Council meetings must be conducted according to the rules laid out in the Local Government Meeting Procedures Regulations. As a new councillor, you won't have long between being elected and sitting at your first meeting, and so it is incumbent on you to make yourselves. There are rules in the Local Government Act that are there to support good governance and ethical behaviour. I will describe them as the compliance provisions. It is important that you're familiar with and comply with the legislation in full, but you should note there are also some serious offences under the Act which come with strong penalties. The reasons behind the compliance provisions are to. I will just finish up with a few key messages. If and when you're elected, you do need to ensure that you understand your responsibilities under the Local Government Act and other relevant legislation. In fulfilling your functions as Mayor, Deputy Mayor or Councillor, you must strive for the highest ethical standards and promote good governance. You must act in